Hello, hello, and welcome to Odds on Ligue 1. It's match day 15. I know you are wondering what it's Edu. I've been saying he's enjoying a dessert break, and we'll be back very shortly with you guys. As always, with analysis, tips, and predictions on Ligue 1, we have Alain Valnegri. How are you, Alain? Great to see you.
Hello, Leo. How are you? Yes, really fine. Waiting for this new journey.
Absolutely. Match day 14 left us with the PSG enjoying now a 4-point lead at the top of the table. They went away to Le Havre with 10 men for more than 80 minutes. Nice lost their first match of the season. Lyon cannot escape the bottom. So we have plenty to talk going into match day 15. But before we get going, guys, with the show, do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. Now, let's go on with the show. Alain, first match to analyze is Montpellier against Lens. Lens was able to leave behind very quickly the thrashing they suffered with Arsenal in the Champions League with their win against Lyon. They are on 22 points and grabbing the last European qualification spot and have won 4 of the last 5 league matches. Montpellier cannot get bothered to look up, but neither to look down. They are 13 in the table, only one win in 7 home matches this season for them, with odds of 2.45 for a Lens win. Seems quite straightforward what to choose here, but how do you see it, Alain?
It's high. It's high. It doesn't reflect the difference between both teams. Lens starts bad, but in the last 10 journey in Ligue 1 they improve a lot, and they found himself. We are not in front of the Lens of the last season, but we are in the Lens format champions, and in Ligue 1 that one is enough to catch point. Montpellier is in a trouble. Montpellier in the last 4 games only 2 points, but the fact is, or the stat is, Montpellier stop to score. At the beginning of the season, they have a really high average of goal score, and in the last 4 games only 2 goals score, and that one is the limit of Montpellier, because in defense they concede a lot. I think Montpellier suffer the model of play of Lens, and I choose Lens winning odds 2.35.
Yeah, that seems to be straightforward for that first fixture of match day 16. Next, Alain, we have Rennes with Monaco. I have to start saying that I have my eyes wide open when I saw the odds for an away win here. As we can see, Monaco 2.89, an away win. That's what is at the moment to take the 3 points. Monaco dispatched Montpellier 2-0 with Ben Yedder netting a historic 100 home goal in Ligue 1. This season, 6 wins out of 7 play in the Principality, which puts Monaco in the third place with 27 points. For Rennes, what we mentioned at the beginning of the show, a defeat in the trip to Marseille. Playing at home, they won 3 so far, but scored 17 times, which is a very good record, although they have conceded 12 at home as well. Having those numbers in mind, the combination of a Monaco win, maybe alongside both teams to score, could take the odds quite high, even like higher than 4.7. Would you give a thought to something like that, or what's your take here about Rennes and Monaco?
Yes, to watch the stats and the first 14 journey, we have 2 facts. Rennes score and concede a lot at home this season, and Monaco score and concede a lot, because the average of goal concede out away is so high for a team who has Champions League ambition. 15 goals in 7 games. And that one is not possible for Monaco if they want to catch a spot for the next champions. Rennes changed the manager.
Yeah.
I think the manager is a continuity manager. I don't think Rennes changed the mentality. And in my opinion, the problem of Rennes is the mentality. Because we saw that in Marseille, a really academic team, but is a team inconsistent. And a team doesn't have the domination of the area, especially in defensive phase. And that one, Stefan is not the most defensive or the best defensive manager. And I think Rennes need that because they have a lot of talent in offensive phase, but in my opinion, they're needed a manager with a defensive strong mentality. Now Monaco is difficult to predict away, because away we saw some games where Monaco doesn't enter in the field, especially in the biggest game this season, and I don't consider that one a big games. For that reason, I choose over 2.25 goals. Money back if the game finish with 2 goals, odds 2.25.
Yeah, on the comment section, guys, which we always encourage you to leave what you think on each of the fixtures. Goals are in the card for this Monaco game. That's what Aurelio is pointing. That is what we have for Rennes and Monaco. We now move on to PSG at home with Nantes. PSG Alain has now slowly but surely restoring normality to Ligue 1 after the win away to Le Havre. They have a 4 points lead on the top of the table. They have to dig a bit to get the 3 points after Donnarumma saw a red card with 10 minutes of football played only. This opened the door for the debut of the 22 years old Arnaud Tenas, who made 7 saves and recorded the clean sheet. I believe, Alain, like a memorable debut for him for sure. Tenas signed a 3-year contract in the summer as a free agent from Barcelona. The weekend was another game with Asensio and Gonzalo Ramos in the bench. I don't know if that could provoke problems for Luis Enrique sooner than later. Nonetheless, 8 wins and 1 draw in their last 9 league matches. Nantes inflicted Nice their first defeat of the season and had in their goalkeeper Alban Lafont, I believe the man of the match. He was outstanding against Nice. Can you see Nantes carrying momentum to Paris, or is PSG written all over here, Alain?
Not change the manager with Gourvenec back, ex-former player in Nantes. The key of Paris Saint-Germain is the midfield, and Emre Zahir is injured, Vitinha is injured, Fabian Ruiz is injured, and I am curious to watch how Luis Enrique will be found solution. I think PSG right now in Ligue 1, they're dominant after a difficult beginning of the season. In Champions, we saw some limits because against Newcastle, they doesn't deserve to draw the game. Now, not with Gourvenec, I think they will be back to have a strong defensive mentality, and we saw that against Nice. Gourvenec found the key to limit Nice, and he won a really important game in a weekend really difficult for Nantes, with the fans died before the game, and right now there will be travel to Paris without pressure. That one is the best news for Nantes. PSG concede a lot. You said that against Le Havre they concede 7 occasion, and I think not something more in front of the goal, and for that reason I choose both teams to score odds 1.96.
Of course, the odds for Paris Saint-Germain are low, 1.26, but maybe that one, Paris to win, combined with the goals over 2.5, which is something which we could expect, that could take the odds a little bit closer to 2 at 1.9. But that was then PSG against Nantes. Next is Nice against Reims, which is one of the most attractive fixture, I believe, Alain, in this Matchday 15, second against fifth. As mentioned before, Nice had their first defeat of the season this past weekend, playing at home. They have won 4 and drew 3 so far. and will face a team that has the third best away record with 3 wins and 2 draws in 7 matches. Reims, after 2 consecutive defeats, they took 3 points against Strasbourg. Looking at Oddspeedia's website, a draw here show odds of 3.7, as we can see there on screen. Neither Nice or Reims are goal scoring machines. Alain, a combination of a draw and goals under 2.5 could take, well, the odds very, very much higher with almost 6.7. Would you consider that very risky, or with some foundations, a draw with a low scoring game here in Nice and Reims?
But Nice, the question is, Nice is overvalued. The beginning of the season of Nice, I think, is important to start to ask us that one, because we saw some limit in Nantes. We saw some limit, especially in front of the goal, because yes, he's the best defense in Ligue 1, but with that average of goal, it should be really difficult to catch a European spot, because when you don't score and you receive, you lose the game, and we saw that in Nantes. Reims, in my opinion, is one of the best team in the collective analysis of the Ligue 1. They have always the skills to have a reaction when they lose a game. They have a reaction in the successive game. And right now, I think Nice start to have some doubt. When they played at home, is 6 games that doesn't receive goal. Stats are made to kill them, and I think Reims will be scored in Nice. And I don't see Nice will score 2 goals. For that reason, I choose the double opportunity, X2 odds 2.00.
So that's a good value there on Reims X2, as Alain pointed. And one thing, because I didn't mention before with the PSG Nantes, and I think it's a good comment there. PSG might rotate as well. Let's have that in mind for everyone, because then next week we have a Champions League. Let's remember that. Now the next fixture we have, Alain, is Clermont and Lille. We have talked already about few goalkeepers this past weekend in Ligue 1, and we have to mention another one, I believe, this case, because Lille goalkeeper Lucas Chevalier stopped 2 penalties in the 2-0 win against Metz on Sunday. Lille is on Champions League spots. Clermont is on relegation zone, and their 10 points after 14 matches constitutes their worst start ever in Ligue 1. Lille haven't lost a match in the league since the end of September. Clermont have won 2 and drew 2 of the last 7, but they are still paying for their awful start of the season when they recorded, you remember, 5 defeats in their first 6 leagues games. Is the Asian handicap market here for Lille the one to look to find some value?
Yes, it's interesting. I think Clermont right now, the feeling about Clermont outside of the vestry, I think the team broke with the manager. We saw that in the management of the key moment in the game. In the last weeks, we saw Clermont lose point because they doesn't manage these key moments. They have difficulty with the goal, and respect to the last season, is a team concede so many goals. So many goals that they won against Lyon, but I don't know if it's a reference right now. They won against Lorient. In my opinion, is not a reference too, because Lorient suffered like Lyon in front. We have a Lille, in my opinion, one of the team most improved of the Ligue 1 this season. Last season, we saw 2 versions in Lille, at home and away. At home, they conserve the high average of points, while away, they improve a lot. I think the position in the table is deserved for the team of Paulo Fonseca. They manage better the game away. And right now, I think the odds for the victory of Lille are high. We must to try. We must to try that, because we have a team with a lot of confidence and another team in my opinion, 𝐿𝐭𝐤, the manager, his cycle is finished. Lille winning odds 2.03.
Good value there. So for Lille, and there is good value as well on the next one when we move to Metz against Brest, Alain. And this one I believe is interesting to watch. Yes, I understand, of course, that Brest is favorite here. That is reasonable. The odds on a away win with Metz are around 3.55, as we see there. Brest collection of 21 points in 13 games marks their second best start in Ligue 1 history, but Metz has shown that they can compete, I believe, against the teams who are above them. On Sunday, we say before, they had 2 penalties and missed them both in their defeat with Lille. But against Monaco as well, Alain, they also lost, yes, but the scoreline was 2-1 and 0. 2-1 and 1-0 respectively. So there was not a case of Metz being hammered by Lille, by Monaco. The odds for a Brest win, again, not bad at all, 2.35. But do you think this is a case of a much more balanced game that numbers may suggest?
Metz, in my opinion, is the most scorbutic team to meet, because it's a team can adapt to the rival, and we saw that in the content, maybe not in the score in some games, but in the content we saw a really serious team with identity, really physical. They're really comfortable when they must to wait the rival. They have good transition, really good transition. Now Brest suffer when they must to elaborate the game, when they must to take the initiative. Brest is a team, probably one of the most direct play in the Ligue 1, and they suffer team like Metz. Metz, from the beginning of the season, in every game is a team can score, or when they doesn't score, they create a lot. In Lille, they miss 2 penalty. That one is not common, but they create to have two penalty. Brest in the last weeks is through their win against Montpellier and Clermont, 2 teams not in a very good moment, but before that we saw some limit about Brest against the biggest team in Ligue 1. For this game, I choose both teams to score because I think Metz is able to score against Brest. Odds 1.88.
Yeah, and even if odds for Metz to score first in a game, we could end up with both teams scoring. But Metz first team to score, that have a little bit higher odds as well, 2.4. But again, for me, Elena, interesting one, that one, Metz against Brest on Sunday. Then we have is the turn for Strasbourg against Le Havre. Strasbourg are playing Brest this Thursday, so we will have to see what happens there. But the defeat against Reims on the weekend marked 7 matches without winning for them. Le Havre couldn't at least rescue a point against PSG, reduced to 10 men. We said that before. They created a lot of chances as well. They have won 1 of their last 7, drawing 4 of those. They are comfortably sitting in the middle of the table, but a draw against Strasbourg won't be seen as something positive, I believe, at least for them. To win, of course, they will have to score, and their goal scoring record, the way shows only 6 goals in 7 matches for them. Should we still trust Le Havre to do the job here?
Yes, Le Havre is a really serious collective team. That doesn't change a lot after the last season. Only quality player arrive in Le Havre, not a lot, only three player, 1 per line, and they have that continuity about the fantastic season in Ligue 2 the last season. Strasbourg right now is better in the content than the point. Strasbourg is a really young team with a lot of talent. We know Strasbourg is a team with the same owner than Chelsea, but when do you play with player really young, 19, 18, 19, 20 years old, is difficult because Strasbourg is a place with a lot of pressure. Strasbourg have a lot of passion, and they have some problem to catch victory at home. The last victory was at the end of August against Toulouse, and right now I think Le Havre have something more in collective perspective, have something more in the quality during the game to manage the ball. Strasbourg live about transition, only transition. Le Havre, you saw the number of Le Havre in defensive phase is a really serious team that doesn't concede a lot of goal, except in Marseille this season. We have the confirmation against Paris Saint-Germain in the last journey. I choose the double opportunity for this game. Le Havre, I think, will be lose in Strasbourg. Odds 1.73.
Good. And I agree to disagree there with one of the comments saying that Le Havre was poor against PSG. No, I think that they created what they have to. They were unlucky, and the keeper was very good for PSG, although they were just down to 10 men. It's true. 𝐿𝐭𝐚𝐲𝐬, you can see there, Alain, that you are one of the best in the platform. Keep up the good work. Now we have the one before the last, which is Olympique de Lyon Toulouse. Lyon, bottom of the table. They had another defeat on the weekend, this time against Lens. They are playing Marseille. That's going to be today. But we will have to see how that can affect Sunday display. But what is not going to change is the desperation, I believe, for a win for Lyon. They haven't won at home yet and conceded 16 times in that condition. If there is any hope for them, is that Toulouse is becoming a specialist in dropping points from winning positions, because they have already dropped 12 points after opening the scoring. And Sunday was another example of this, because they were leading 1-0, but Lorient equalized in the 91st minute of the match. Is this what makes Lyon favorite for the bookies, Alain? Because Toulouse win here against the bottom of the table, paying 4.1. That surprise you or not at all?
I think bookies lose a lot of money with Lyon this season, because every week Lyon at home is favorite. And we saw the results and the content, because I think it's important to mention that too. And we saw a Lyon like is the worst local team. Only 3 points in 7 games, and the schedule was not so difficult. That is the point. Now Toulouse is in a bad moment. Toulouse is a good example when a team catch a European spot but doesn't have experience, doesn't have the squad to manage game every 3 days. Toulouse is a really young team that play a lot. They work a lot with the data scouting, and that one we must be patient. We saw the best version of Toulouse in Europa League this season with the victory against Liverpool, but in Ligue 1 the team have a lot of problem right now. Every week we said the same: is the week for a victory of Lyon. The opportunity is so interesting for Lyon. We doesn't have any words to win this game, because it's important to Lyon to change this negative streak from the beginning of the season. I doesn't choose for this game any results, but I choose the goals, because I think Lyon will be attack a lot. Toulouse can feel comfortable in transition, and I choose over 2.75 goals, odds 2.01.
Perfect. And let me add also, I'm going back what I said before about Toulouse dropping points from winning position, which is basically that they tend to score first. Toulouse, the away team, to score first against Lyon, has the odds of 2.6 as well. But again, should be a good one. We'll see if Lyon can pick up first win at home against Toulouse this weekend. And now the last match you go through on this match day 15, Alain, is Lorient against Olympique Marseille. Renato Gattuso's team still trying to find the regularity they craved for. Last week They got the last minute win in a thriller against Ajax in the Europa League, with Aubameyang scoring a hat-trick. And on Sunday as well in the Velodrome, another 3 points for them grabbed. And again, Auba leaving his mark with a goal, again with a penalty. He has 3 goals in Ligue 1, 7 in Europe so far this season. They were desperate for a win, and the result was more important than the quality of Marseille display, I believe. Lorient is only 2 points above the relegation zone, with the point they rescue in Toulouse. Marseille, of course, favorite here for the bookies, but always good to remember they have the worst away record in Ligue 1 this season, winless in 7 matches with 4 defeats along the way for Olympique de Marseille. Can you see them finally going back home with 3 points, playing away, Olympique Marseille?
I see an improvement with Olympique Marseille against Ajax and especially against Stade de Rennes. We saw a team of Gattuso with character, with passion, with rhythm. That one is a really good point, is a very good news for the team. Is already qualified for the next stage of Europa League. The game is this one, because in Lorient, historically, Marseille catch good results. Lorient won his last game against Marseille in 2012, 11 years without suffer a defeat in Lorient. Lorient sold a lot in January and in summer, and that one is difficult to conserve. The good job Lebris is doing in the first months about the last season, and now the goal is save the category, is not in direct relegation, but is in the play-out zone, but there will be compete. Lorient have the biggest problem of Lorient is the defense. It's the worst defense in Ligue 1, 25 goals received in 14 games. And I think Marseille, with Harit, especially in creation, with Aubameyang, found himself to score goals. Right now, Marseille must to change the velocity, must to catch 4-5 victory to arrive to the European spot. It's a good opportunity in Lorient. For this game, I choose over 1.25 goals in the first half. Odds 2.01 because both teams start really strong the game. And if we have only 1 goal, we have the money, and I think is a good option.
Yeah, and I agree with you that Marseille as well. It seems to start turning things around, understanding what Gattuso wants for them. So again, that odds for an away win 1.87 also might look healthy and good value, guys. That is all for match day 15 in Ligue 1. But before we say goodbye to Alain, what's your safe bet, Anaka?
Lorient, Marseille over 1.5 goals, odds 1.29.
And what's the ACCA, Alain?
Lens winning, PSG winning, Lille winning, Metz, Brest, both teams to score for a total 9.19.
Okay, fingers crossed for that. Alain, as always, a pleasure to talk with you and discuss Ligue 1. Thanks for being there. And
Thank you,
guys.
Leo.
And you guys, do not forget before you go to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. Thanks, Alain. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you.
Ciao.